Hey, what's up, guys? Randall from Odds Jam back with you this Friday to see if we can find any bets. We're going to jump straight over to Odds Jam, take a look at the EV page, see if there is anything out there to bet today. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We had a really good day yesterday. If you were on this stream, we cashed our same game parlay that I mentioned to you that I had bet. And so that was obviously good, but I have a call today to jump to at 1:15. So I've got 15 minutes instead of kind of the typical 20 to 25. So if you have questions, please get those in within the next 15 minutes. And I will do my best to get those answered. So let's just go ahead and get started here. And we'll see what's out there on the EV page with the recommended filters on. So it looks like we've got some player props here at the top. Again, recommended filters are the best bets that are out there all throughout the day, with all the historical testing that we have done, or historical back testing that we have done with these sports books. To show you the best bets. So there are a lot of MGM plays. I know you guys have been, if you've been tuning in this week, I've talked to you about the MGM promo that I got from Buffalo Wild Wings, where you basically get a risk-free $25 bet each week. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to actually place that because this play right here, New England Patriots, I really, really like. On Sunday, plus the 10.5. You can see here that, minus 120, every other book, minus 135, minus 140, average odds, minus 134. So, we're getting a great price on here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen very briefly. We're going to go over to MGM. I'm going to actually put this parlay together. So typically I do all 5 of my NFL bets, in this parlay on MGM, and I'll be able to show you what it looks like after you place the bet, so that if any of you want to take advantage of this Buffalo Wild Wings offer, you can head to the closest Buffalo Wild Wings and take advantage of that. So also, I know we've got more people coming in here now. I see. If you have questions, you want to see something on OddsJam, Prize Picks, Underdog, Fantasy, whatever it is, get those questions in here. If you've got questions about plays tonight or whatever, happy to answer those for you. So we'll go ahead and see what they're giving me here. It looks like a parlay boost for baseball. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to build this parlay for Sunday just so that I can get that in. I usually like to wait until Sunday, but we'll go ahead and do it. May not actually do all 5 plays because I don't love a whole lot this week, but this Patriots play, I do like it, plus 10.5, minus 120. So that's going to be leg number 1 for this Sunday. Again, we're getting great value. If you want to bet this straight, I would encourage you to. I'm going to bet it straight as well once I get this parlay in, because again, I get that risk-free bet. So I want to take advantage of that first before just blowing it on something that's minus 120. I want to make sure I get some plus odds. So we like New England. Let's go back through here. I'm just going to kind of walk through these games. Don't really have a feel on a whole lot of these. Like I said, this week, I'm not in love with anything. I do like Washington against Dallas. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to throw that in there as well. Plus 3.5. I'm going to actually take it to the 3.5 because, 3 is a pretty key number in football. So I'm going to buy that hook. It's going to be minus 120. Now, again, this parlay I'm building, there's only one leg right now that's currently EV. So just bear with me, but I do think that this will have a good chance of hitting. So we've got New England, Washington, and let's see what else we can find. Like I said, I do like New England there. Another play that I was looking at was the Bills. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to go with the money line on that. And then the last play to close this out, going to go with the Niners on the money line. This was actually an EV play earlier in the week at minus 120. I'm not sure where the odds are, but we can see here this 4-leg parlay. Feel really confident about it. Plus 883. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do that $25 bet. that I've mentioned to you guys, and I'm going to place this right now. So place this bet, and you will see there's that Buffalo Wild Wings that I was talking to you about. So your bet is in, risk-free bet up to $25. So if this loses, then I'm going to get a free bet back for $25. So no harm done there. But the last thing I wanted to do was throw, $25 on something that's minus 120. Just no reason to do that at all. So got a couple of questions in here. I want to make sure I get to those. I've only got 10 more minutes. Time is already flying by. So what are your underdog plays for this Sunday? So let's go ahead and take a look. We'll go over here to the EV page. I'm going to need to turn the filters off to see what is out there. And then I actually need to clear that. And then let me select the sports books here. Let's see if we can find anything. Anytime, you're doing underdog or prize picks, you always want to make sure what you are taking is mathematically profitable. And so if I'm building one for Sunday, in looking at this now, we got a baseball game in here, but we'll ignore that. So Thielen under 4.5 catches. Now, if you're going to do the 5 pick, you obviously have to have 5 of these. So we've got 1 with Thielen. It looks like we've got 2 with Jackson, 3 being Barkley, 4 with Jefferson, and 5 on Wilson. But we'll just go ahead and we'll talk about each one of these. So if you're going to do a 5 pick and you wanted it to be, an EV entry, Thielen under 4.5 receptions, Lamar Jackson under 1.5 touchdowns, Saquon Barkley over 3.5 receptions, Justin Jefferson under 6.5 receptions, and then Russell Wilson under 1.5 touchdowns, passing touchdowns. So that would be, if you were going to do the 5 pick, those are 5 right there that are really, really good. You're getting minus 122 on all of those, and the average odds are minus 150. So that's very, very good. Now let's just say, for example, you're only wanting to do a couple of these. You don't want to do a 5 pick. So you can certainly do that. So I already mentioned we put the Bills in the parlay. I do like that. So, you've got the Bills I like the Bills on the money line. So with that being said, Lamar Jackson under 1.5 player passing touchdowns looks pretty good to me. So minus 137. Average odds are minus 143. So I'm getting, some really good value still here on Lamar Jackson. So if I had to pick 2, I would say, in looking at this, like Lamar Jackson under 1.5 passing touchdowns, like Barkley over 3.5 as well, a little bit of value there. I also really like this Jefferson under 6.5 also. You're not getting as much value on that one if you're doing like a 2 or 3 pick, because it's minus 137. Average odds are about 139, but you are getting a little bit of value. So if you're going with 2 that have the most value, I would say Barkley over 3.5 receptions, Lamar Jackson under 1.5 passing touchdowns. Vinny, let's see what you got here. What college football games do you like if you have a 100% boost on DraftKings with a $100 max? So what you can do with that is you can, turn off your recommended filters. So we'll just do that and we'll take a look. Actually, let's just go ahead and see if there's anything out there with DraftKings just to see. So, with that 100% boost, I'm sure there comes a limit as to what you can actually make. Go ahead and just select college football to see what's here. So it looks like, if you were going to use the boost and you wanted it to be, very, very high EV, you could boost Connecticut plus 1,200 for the money line, or the first half money line plus 750. So that is, that right there is the only play that's out there if you were going to use that boost on DraftKings and you wanted to get like the best value out of it. Now, if you're asking me personally, what do I like in terms of college football this weekend? So if you wanted to use it, just me personally, I actually do like, this would be a point spread. And again, this would not be anything that I would encourage at all because you're not getting the best value from it. But I do like, I'll rattle off a few games. I do like Washington State. I believe they're minus 3.5. I do like Tulsa plus 10.5. And then I like Duke a little bit at -2.5. So, I mean, you could boost that, but I mean, if you have a 100% boost, I mean, you really don't want to blow it on, something that's -110. You definitely want to try to maximize that. And another thing you could do is you could, boost something and then, use the arbitrage calculator to make a risk-free profit. But again, that's just cutting into what you would actually be making. Should I build my bankroll up before going for the Platinum OddsJam membership? Shoot me an email, Vinny. Let's it has to be a Friday game. Okay, we'll take a look at the Friday games. Vinny, shoot me an email and we can hop on a quick call, or we can just go back and forth via email. We can talk about the Platinum, and I can definitely work with you on that. Randall at oddsjam.com. Tristan, first time promo code for FanDuel. Same thing, Tristan. Email me. I'm putting my email back in here. Randall at oddsjam.com. Shoot me an email, and I will get that over to you for that FanDuel link to get you signed up. And I can even walk you through how to best utilize that. Actually, you know what, Tristan? I didn't even think about this. If you look in the description below, I should have a FanDuel link down there. Should be $1,000 risk-free bet. So just check the description below there, Tristan, and you can take advantage of that sign-up bonus. Bacher Bets, favorite and least favorite sports book and why? So I don't know. I would say my favorite sports book is probably DraftKings, just based on, the VIP that I've been given there. Least favorite, probably Barstool. Just not a big fan of Barstool. So that's probably my least favorite, just more of a personal reason, I guess, if you will. Let's see, Kevin. So yeah, it has to be a Friday game. So I wanted to come back to that. So if you have that 100% boost, let's take a look and see what college games are out there this Friday. So yeah, and just looking at Friday's games, again, the last thing you want to do is use something like this on something that is already a favorite. I mean, you typically want to boost a dog because that's where you're getting the most value. But I do like Houston on the money line. But again, that's not an ideal way to use the boost. But if you're just asking me my opinion, I mean, I'll give it to you. I mean, I do like I said, I do like Houston, but that's less than ideal. I mean, you're going to get a lot more value boosting, Tulane in this particular instance. Same thing here. Actually, this is a really good example. So if you were looking for the best way to use this boost, plus 125 is the best place you can get UCLA. Average odds are plus 123. So if you boost that, you're going to get even better odds. I personally kind of like Washington, just my personal opinion on this game. But again, that's not the best way to utilize the 100% profit boost by any means. You definitely want to typically find a dog. I think it was you last week, Vinny. We took the Colts on the money line. We took that plus 200 and we boosted it. So that's what you want to be looking to do. Let's see, Daniel. Actually, here we go. Is Hard Rock on OddsJam? So we do have Hard Rock for Arizona. We are looking to get it added in for all of the other states. There's actually the odds are different in each state. So we have to get the separate odds so that you guys can actually see the correct odds. Do I follow line movement along with team form when you're situationally handicapping a game? I mean, typically for me, if I'm looking at handicapping a game on, if I'm going to bet it or not, just a couple of examples, I knew I was going to be on the Colts after the Jacksonville game because the Colts were shut out. So that was just, that was just something I was looking for. Anytime a team's shut out and embarrassed, I love to back them the following week. And then, one this week, Denver looked really bad. So they could be a solid play on Sunday. Same with San Francisco. It's why I like San Francisco this week. They looked really bad on prime time. Everybody was watching them. Nobody really wants to bet them at this point. Daniel, to answer your other question, no, he does all of the work on his own. I do not bet that many games at all. I'm very, very, very selective. What's the next feature looking to be added on OddsJam? So we're actually we're working on a screen that will come out. I know Alex has shared it in his live streams. I don't actually have the link to it with me right now, but it's a screen where you'll actually be able to see all of the line movement. When line movement comes in, the screen will, or I'm sorry, when action comes in, the screen will light up, showing you where there's line movement. So, guys, great questions today. I wish I had about 10 more minutes, but I do have a customer that is waiting on me right now, so I need to jump over to this call. But I will be back tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you want to tune in, I'm going to go live at 11 a.m. Eastern in the morning. We'll check out what's out there for college football, see if we can find any good bets, and we'll go from there. Also, tomorrow morning should have my anytime touchdown scorer video out for you if that's something you're interested in. Gave out Mixon and Higgins last night. Both of those scored a touchdown, so that was nice if you tailed. But appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern.